An NFL quarterback can make a football spin at 600 RPM. It's not just for show. It's what turns a wobbly ball into a gyroscopic missile. The science of that perfect spiral involves a battle against chaos and a surprising lesson from a golf ball. Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Have you ever watched a football game, seen that perfect spiral cutting through the air, and just wondered, well, how did they do that?
Right. It looks almost effortless sometimes.
Exactly. But underneath that seemingly simple throw, there's this phenomenal mix of physics and biomechanics going on.
Absolutely.
So today, that's our deep dive, the science behind the spiral pass. We want to uncover why that spin isn't just for show. It's actually an aerodynamic must. It transforms the ball into this precise, stable thing, all thanks to some pretty incredible human mechanics.
Couldn't have said it better.
We've all seen the opposite, right? The dreaded wounded duck, that wobbly, fluttery pass.
Oh, yeah. End over end. Looks like it's just hanging up there.
Yeah, just begging to be picked off. It's slow. You can't predict where it's going.
Yeah.
Basically a gift to the defense.
Exactly. And the spiral's main advantage isn't really about less air resistance, although that helps a bit. It's mostly about getting a consistent drag profile.
Consistent drag. How so?
Well, think about a tumbling ball. Its shape, relative to the air, is changing constantly. That creates chaotic, unpredictable drag.
Okay.
But a spiral, it locks the ball into its most efficient shape, nose first. That minimizes the drag, sure, but more importantly, it keeps it steady, allows it to fly straighter, faster, and, way farther.
So the spin is what keeps it on track. Kind of like when you throw a frisbee really well.
Precisely that. That rapid spin creates angular momentum. Think of it like rotational inertia or stubbornness.
Stubbornness, I like that.
Yeah. For a well-thrown ball, we're talking maybe 600 revolutions per minute. That spin turns the football into a gyroscope, basically.
A gyroscope.
Yeah. It means it strongly resists any forces trying to knock it off its axis, like gusts of wind. It keeps that axis of rotation stable, keeps the path predictable. That's the foundation, really, for accuracy.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Gyroscopic stability. But here's something that always seemed a bit weird to me. If the axis stays fixed because it's spinning like a gyroscope, why does the nose of the football seem to follow the arc of the throw? Pointing up when it goes up and then pointing down as it comes down. Seems like a contradiction.
Yeah, it does seem like that, doesn't it? But it's not quite fixed like a perfect gyroscope on a stand. The answer is something called gyroscopic precession.
Precession.
Yeah.
Okay.
So gravity pulls the ball down, right? That curves its path. As the path curves, the ball meets the air at a slight angle, the angle of attack.
Right.
This air resistance creates a force, an aerodynamic torque, trying to tumble the ball. But because the ball has all that angular momentum from the spin...
The spin keeps it from tumbling.
Exactly. Instead of tumbling end over end, the spin causes the ball's axis to precess. It sort of wobbles gently in a small cone shape around its direction of travel, its velocity vector.
So that slight wobble isn't a mistake.
Not at all. That precession is like the ball's built-in guidance system. It constantly corrects the nose orientation to follow the curving trajectory. It's this amazing, self-correcting dynamic system. And just a quick clarification, the Magnus effect, that makes curved balls curve in baseball.
Yeah.
It doesn't really affect a spiraling football much. The spin axis is mostly parallel to the direction it's going, not perpendicular like a curveball. So, different physics there.
Okay, that's fascinating.
If you're finding this deep dive valuable, take a moment to subscribe to make it make sense. New topics are broken down every week.
The laces act a bit like the dimples on a golf ball.
Really? How?
They trip the very thin layer of air flowing right next to the boundary layer. This creates a tiny bit of controlled turbulence.
Turbulence is good here.
In this case, yes. It actually helps the airflow stay attached to the ball longer before separating. This shrinks the size of the low-pressure wake trailing behind the ball, which significantly cuts down on what's called form drag.
Huh. Never would have guessed.
And the spin itself helps too, reducing drag maybe another 10% or so. So yeah, even the texture is part of the engineering.
Incredible. So much physics just in the ball itself. But all this potential needs the thrower, right? The quarterback. That throwing motion looks so smooth, almost like a dance.
It really is. It's often described as a symphony of sequential motion. The technical term is the kinetic chain. It's about transferring energy smoothly up through the body.
kinetic chain.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the key part for getting that power, that velocity? Is it just pure arm strength?
Not primarily, no. Arm strength matters, obviously, but the most critical piece for generating velocity is hip-shoulder separation.
Hip-shoulder separation.
Yeah, imagine coiling a spring. The quarterback starts the rotation with their hips turned towards the target, but the upper body, the torso and throwing shoulder, lag behind for a split second.
Oh, like winding up.
Exactly. That lag stretches the core muscles, your obliques, your abdominals like powerful elastic bands. They store up this massive amount of elastic energy. Then, snap, it releases as the torso rotates through, whipping the arm forward.
So the power comes from that whole sequence, ground up core rotation, then the arm, not just muscling it.
You got it. It's about fluid sequencing. The arm is more like the tip of the whip, and that proper release, getting the spin, relies on channeling all that energy built up through the kinetic chain, not just trying to flick your wrist really hard at the end.
Makes sense. So how do they actually do it? What are the key steps for the QB to get that perfect spiral?
Well, boiling it down, there are a few key mechanical points. First is the grip. Typically, you hold it on the back half of the ball.
Okay.
Fingers go across the laces. Usually the ring and middle finger are key for leverage on those laces. You want a little gap between your palm and the ball, lets you get a better feel and push. Index finger often sits off the lace towards the nose, kind of guiding it last.
Got it. Grip first, then.
Then comes the release. This is where the magic happens. It's a powerful, sharp downward snap of the wrist, but it's combined with forearm pronation. That's the natural inward rotation of your forearm as your arm comes forward. That combination, wrist snap and pronation, makes your fingers roll off the laces very quickly, imparting that fast spin. The index finger is often the last point of contact, giving that final direction.
Wrist snap, forearm rotation.
Right.
Okay. And after the ball's gone?
Follow through. Super important. You need to let the arm continue its motion across the body after the release. It ensures you transfer maximum energy through the ball, not stopping short. And, maybe even more importantly, it helps prevent injury.
How does it prevent injury?
It allows the muscles on the back of your shoulder and arm the decelerators to slow the arm down over a longer period, spreading out the stress. Just stopping abruptly puts huge strain on those muscles and joints.
Right, that makes sense. Decelerate smoothly. Wow. We've gone from basic aerodynamics to gyroscopes, precession, the surprising role of laces, and then the whole human kinetic chain. It really is this incredible meeting point of physics, engineering, and sheer athleticism.
It truly is. And maybe a final thought for you.
Yeah.
The next time you watch a game and see a pass that has just a tiny bit of wobble,
Yeah.
don't immediately think it's a bad throw. Remember that precession we talked about? That slight wobble might actually be the sign of that gyroscopic ballet in action. It's the ball dynamically correcting itself, staying true despite the forces acting on it. It's not static perfection. It's a real-time engineered system adjusting on the fly.
Thanks for joining our deep dive. If this sparked an idea for a future topic, let us know in the comments below. You can continue your journey by watching the video YouTube has selected for you right here, or subscribe to catch all our future breakdowns. We'll see you in the next one.